Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I am covering the Moscow, Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. I am out front of the Carmel Clay Schools, the Carmel Clay School District in Indiana, and that is buildings here. I'm out front of this place. Why am I here? Pappa Rodger. Pappa Rodger is Pappa Rodger Bryan Kohberger. Something very interesting about Pappa Rodger. Pappa Rodger was an individual who operated a Facebook group centered around the Moscow, Idaho tragedy, was saying stuff that was really suspect when it came to the Moscow, Idaho murders, was posting stuff that people claim only the killer would know. And people speculated Pappa Rodger, which was an alias, could have been Bryan Kohberger. But there's one thing about Pappa Rodger that some others found interesting, and that is the Carmel Clay Schools. Pappa Rodger made posts about their operating budget. Check this out. So the Carmel Clay School District in Indiana made this Facebook post November 21st, 2022. Don't wait until a referendum is on the ballot to learn more about school tax rates, how important they are for our budget, and how ours compares to other districts in the county, and it links a link. Pappa Rodger responded to this post. Pappa Rodger responded to that post. When are you going to let the community know about the impending operating budget shortfall? The operating referendum will need to be increased pretty significantly. He commented. This is the same Pappa Rodger that had the Bryan Kohberger Facebook group. Why is Pappa Rodger so curious to know about the Carmel Clay School District? What's going on here, people? So do you think Pappa Rodger was Bryan Kohberger? Why would Pappa Rodger be so interested in the Carmel Clay Schools? Pappa Rodger. Is Pappa Rodger Bryan Kohberger? Why was Pappa Rodger so interested in the Carmel Clay Schools? I'm out here investigating, trying to figure that out. I'm looking around Carmel, Indiana. It's just north of Indianapolis. Now, people have said, well, Bryan Kohberger was pulled over in Indiana. He was traveling through, not too far from this location. Is that a connection? Was Pappa Rodger a female? Somebody that was affiliated with the school here? A student? Someone that some people said possibly conspired with Bryan Kohberger, knowing so much information. A lot of unknowns, but, you know, people are curious about this Pappa Rodger individual. That's why I am here, JLR, boots on the ground at the scene. I'm going to be looking around Carmel, Indiana a little bit, making some phone calls, trying to figure out if anyone knows anything about who this Pappa Rodger was from this community. This is just north of Indianapolis. I'm around Carmel Clay Schools. Jonathan Lee Riches investigates, boots on the ground. We will talk soon. Stay tuned. I am across the street. It's down this road here is Carmel, Indiana. What would Pappa Rodger want in Carmel, Indiana? Why is Pappa Rodger so interested in the operating budget at Carmel Clay Schools in this community here? It's not far from downtown. I'm going to take you downtown. Is Pappa Rodger a neighbor? Do you really think Pappa Rodger was Bryan Kohberger, or do you think it was somebody else? And if it was somebody else, why would they say all that stuff in a Facebook group? And we've heard all the, just bizarre posts that people believe the killer could have been Pappa Rodger. Bryan Kohberger, Pappa Rodger an associate of Bryan Kohberger, Bryan Kohberger communicating with maybe Pappa Rodger, who was then relaying information. That's a possible theory. But you see, it's a relatively, this is the main street. I'm going to take you into Carmel, Indiana. Carmel. I'll show you this area. I don't know, it looks like in this area, nice homes, lots of trees. What's your thoughts? Is Bryan Kohberger planning on moving here? Is that why he was worried about the operating budget? Was he trying to be involved with Indiana? Was he planning on moving here when he was whoever Pappa Rodger is so curious about the operating budget at a school? What was there a plan to move here from Pennsylvania, where he's from? Could we go with that theory? Interesting that the Pappa Rodger, some people say Pappa Rodgers, Pappa Rodger, the account after Bryan Kohberger was arrested soon went down. Was that because the authorities contacted Facebook and wanted the account taken down? Looks like we're at a detour here. Road closed. Main Street is closed up here. So I don't know what's going to happen up here. We'll see. Looks like Main Street is closed. Follow this car might be like a detour. Possibly. I don't know. Pappa Rodger. Is Pappa Rodger from the neighborhoods of Carmel? Looks like the road is closed to get into Carmel. What's going on here, people? Let me know what you think. Pappa Rodger, Carmel, Indiana. We'll talk soon. I'm out in the field looking into this. I'm going to be making some calls, emailing people, figuring out if anything. I might even do some public records request. But I am in the Carmel area, and I don't know. Bryan Kohberger arrested in connection with this crime. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. JLR Investigates. I'm on the scene. Stay tuned.